Hello, it's Electric Brian. I'm going to be doing another big figure eight loop on full self-driving version 12.3.6. I did the same loop a few months ago when I first got my Tesla and I had the free month trial then. And now I'm going to do it with my free month trial of this new version. So if you want to watch the previous video, check it out. I have my route all programmed into the Tesla. I'm going to be going kind of like out here, this way, back over. So it's a decent mix of roads. That'd be a good test for it. Let's go. Okay, I'm pulling out of the parking lot now. I'll just see if it could take me right from here. It's already going the wrong way. Wow, there is no road here. I wonder what it's going to do. I had to go left to get out. I don't know what the car thinks it could do. It sees the barrier there. I'll just give it a couple of seconds. This is kind of funny. It just... Alright, within 2 seconds, I had to take over. That wasn't very good. I guess it doesn't know how to leave a parking lot. So I'll get it out to the... I guess I'll start it right here. Let's see. Alright. At least it found this exit once I brought it to it. The acceleration is pretty strong. But then when it gets up to the speed, it just slows down so fast that it throws you forward in your seat. Alright, this is a nice, smooth merge into the turn lane. That was good, it missed the store entrance. So the previous version had a very abrupt merge into the turn lane. This was much better. Trying the sunglasses trick, wearing sunglasses, well, because it is sunny, but supposedly that makes it so you don't get the steering wheel nag. So the left I'm going to take up here is into a neighborhood that has speed bumps, so I'll be able to check out how this... On the previous version, hey, there's a nice Solterra that just went by. On the previous version, I didn't know what to do with speed bumps. Very long stop there, and it's hitting your storm drain. Alright, speed bump up ahead. And, oh no. Nope, didn't see it at all. And I had to hit the brakes. That was unfortunate. I thought speed bumps were supposed to be fixed in this version. Alright, well, this speed bump it is... Well, that one was very good. So, a night and day difference between the first one, which it didn't slow down at all, and the second one, it did a great job. And its odds are improving. percentage is improving. Alright, slow down. Alright, that was very good. Now that we are at our next stop, where's it going here? Okay, very slow to figure out where to go there. Alright, I guess it's gonna park me since I've reached my destination. Alright, we are off again. I just had to edit the trip. The bird got out of our way there. Another good speed bump. So one very bad one, one not so great one, and the rest have been perfect. And nope. Oh, that one was going to go hard into that speed bump. Oh my goodness. I've never used brakes so much before. So it has quite a ways to go with speed bumps apparently. Now there's a speed bump just beyond this stop sign. It should accelerate very slowly because it's gonna just have to go slow. That was very poor planning for the speed bump that was only like 20 yards ahead. That was another speed bump that was not gonna go nicely. And the one up ahead is in the shadows. I see it so clearly, and nope, the car didn't see it at all. So maybe 50% of the speed bumps it handled. And at this three-way stop with no one in sight, it's taking way too long to decide to go. It creeped forward twice when you could see both of the stop signs very clearly. I'd be slowing down by now because the stop sign is downhill. But really, it was not bad. I'll give it credit for that one. There's one car coming to from our right, and it is turning left. And it's clear already. Phantom braking there. There's nothing around anywhere. Signaling to get around this landscaping vehicle. Got right back over. Okay, that was nice. Another phantom braking. And yet another phantom braking. It's having some issues this morning. And another phantom braking. Slowed down all the way to 12. Is this a 1-year-old driving? And then floors it to 35. I do have it set to chill for the acceleration and the full self-driving are both on chill. Oh, phantom brakes are going insane this morning. There's no one around me, so I'm letting it just do its thing. If there were cars around, I'd be taking over. Okay, 4-way stop, it's our turn. I'm going to edit this trip and remove that stop. See how it renegotiates. Did a good job there. That's my first steering wheel nag that I've had. Could be because I've had to disengage so frequently. Likes to throw you back in your seat and then gets up to speed and throws you back forward. I do wish it took wider right turns. I'm afraid of that back tire. For fun, I'm going to change it to assertive. See what that does. So I can remove that stop and continue on to the next. still have a rattle in my seat I haven't been able to figure out how to fix. Probably have to take the seat apart, which I guess is easy enough to do. So it's hugging the right side, which is okay because we are turning right, but sometimes it feels like it's turning way too tightly to the curb. There are people up ahead, it sees them. It didn't seem like it gave a big enough berth. The mom had to pull the daughter's arm, which there was plenty of room, but it seems like you should give walkers much more room than you think. This is not having to use brakes to stop at stop signs. On other drives, it's had to use brakes. Oh, there's a Fiat 500e over there. Slowed down because we were approaching that landscaping truck. I can edit the trip to get rid of that. Stop now. The next one. It doesn't know if it wants to be on heat or air conditioning right now, so I just turned off the auto and I'm just using the fan because it's pretty cool out right now. We do have a red light coming up after this light. It missed the lane there, started to go in the left turn lane when it should have just aimed for the proper lane. There's a car coming out, but it got out of the way in time. Usually has some troubles with this turn just before a traffic light, but it did okay. Stopped a little hard. There's a car coming. It sees it. It saw it a little late though. It had already crossed over the line some. That was a little nerve-wracking. If it had seen the car when I saw the car, it never would have gotten into its turn. But it did stop. Everything the car does is just a little herky-jerky. Just every action it takes, it moves you around in your seat too much. Just needs to smooth out all of its actions, and it would be pretty good. Slow down for the crosswalk. It's going at good speed, just 2 over by the police station. Allegedly. Very quickly from a stop sign to a red light. Probably could have gone half the speed, half the acceleration. Still afraid of the curbing of the wheel, so I took over there. A turn earlier where there was a white line, the car went inside the white line, which it didn't have to do. So it was good waiting for the car. Only 2 stops remain. Slow down for a squirrel. Usually people speed up for squirrels, but that was good. A previous version, it would not slow down for a goose, that was in the road. I had to brake for that, but this is good. It slowed down for a squirrel. Just kind of throws you a little bit when it does turns. It just isn't smooth enough. We're going 20, then 25. Now we're braking hard. You go 20 again. Doesn't know what it wants to do. It just go around the car very smoothly. Oh, you know what? I did have it. That was my destination, so that was my fault. It didn't know what to do at the end of the trip. So I have deleted that stop, and I'm on to the back where we started. The electric vehicle charging station. Hit that pothole too much there. Needs to hug the right side here to get into the turn lane. It takes it too wide, and it needs to avoid the turn lane. It takes it too wide. I'm going to push forward here a little bit. It just needs to aim for its lane better, especially right there. That's the second time where it didn't line up properly for the proper lane. And it's done at that intersection. All 3 times I've used full self-driving, it gotten the wrong lane initially. I'm not seeing a difference between chill and aggressive. I guess there haven't been many cars on the road, so it hasn't been an issue. Maybe as that car was turning left in front of me, it did squeeze around it a little better. For this whole drive, I could have just let it go, but there have been just several times, especially with speed bumps, where I had to take over. Just normal driving, the only time I had to take over was when I thought it was going to curb my back right tire. I don't know if it was going to, but I don't want to let it. I don't want to find out. For the most part, like I said, aside from the speed bumps, it seems like a bad Uber driver. I do have an arrow, so I'm going to step on the accelerator, and it went over the curb. It's very low median, but my goodness, that was bad where it was not going on the arrow, and now It thinks the speed limit is 15 miles per hour. It's very clear that the speed limit is 50. I don't know when it's going to figure it out. It thinks the speed limit is 15 miles per hour because this is Connecticut Route 15. If I was on Route 34, would it think the speed limit is 34? If I was on Route 68, where the speed limit's 40, would it think the speed limit is 68? There's no one anywhere near me, so I'm letting it see if it's going to figure it out, and this whole time it was going 15 on this 50. That is way too dangerous and must be fixed before anyone could use full self-driving. 12.3.6 should know what the speed limit of the road is. It's a major throughway in the state. The speed limit's always been 50. And now it needs to, okay, it's kind of didn't know what to do. Let's see if it'll just park itself in one of these charging stalls, or if I have to. I just want to park. It's not seeing the parking spots. As soon as I take over, though, it saw the parking spot. You'd think at the end of a full self-driving trip it would go into the parking spot. Especially when the destination is a charging station. But it does a pretty good job auto parking. Seems to always have to correct itself at the end, but it does a good job. And with the auto parking, it puts on the parking brake, which I've never used before, so that's kind of funny. Well, I made it back safely. The only times I really had to take over were when I thought it was going to curb the wheel. Otherwise, it did a good job. The acceleration, both positive and negative acceleration, have to be smoothed out. And merging into lanes, picking the right lanes and not being indecisive about it. If it does those two things and knows the speed limit of a road, it would be great. If you live in an area with a lot of speed bumps, you're going to use your brakes a lot to slow down. It was about 50% of the speed bumps it did slow down nicely for, and the other half I had to brake for. But if there weren't speed bumps, then for the most part of the drive I wouldn't have had to take over at all. It'd be nice if there was 100% of the drive I didn't have to take over, but maybe that'll be in a future version. It'll get better. I'll see you next time. Bye.